6 motions passed. It's 1800. Let's see. You want to do the flag? Sure.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call. Paul Ferguson's here. Steve Sherwood's here. Sorry. One order of business. Whose video camera is that?
Mine.
And your name is what?
Debbie.
Debbie what?
DeGrant.
Okay.
Catherine at the Ombudsman's office said that we can videotape the meetings.
I don't care. I just want to
Oh,
record.
okay.
You read the record, Steve? Excuse me, the minutes? I have a motion to approve the minutes.
I make the motion to approve.
I second the motion. Moving right along. Chief's report.
In the month of April, we responded to 13 calls. The total manpower for these calls was 53. 7 of these were medical calls, 2 were MVAs, 4 were motor vehicle fires. 1 motor vehicle fire was canceled by DPS. It was a radiator post and a steam nostril for the fire. And 1 was canceled by Rivermid. Was meeting 961 and we didn't continue, and 1 was unfound by any of the units responding.
You late?
It's not 6 o'clock. About 1 minute after.
You're late.
So, progress on the new building, the interior finish work and equipment installation will be progressing the rest of this week. Today they finished the sidewalks and slabs and the parking, ADA parking. Street is continuing volunteer work issues, and the 550 project is still moving along with SOAR. 4, continuing the contacts with trainers to get to Bar 1 and 2 classes. Still nobody wants to set up a date, although I'm hearing rumors that Golden Valley is going to have one soon. Number 5, CPR class has been arranged and it's coming up on the 30th at 6 p.m. This class will be for recertifications, as he only has room in his scheduled class for, we have more that need the class than he has room for. Anyway, he'll also reschedule for a new students class, which will be scheduled for later on in the summer. Number 6, we begin budget workshops being conducted. I've had meetings with Paul and with Steve, and we're getting started on it. There's still a lot of changes in tentative setup, and then when it's ready, it'll be presented at the scheduled meeting. I was going to have a meeting with Chuck, but he's sick, so I guess I'll have to reschedule that. Number 7, we still have the revised second stage in the building project. I'll try to have that list again updated and presented at the June meeting. Number 8, I've had 2 or 3 of the lady volunteers helping me, and I can't say all ladies because of gentlemen too. I've been working on the filing system. We're trying to get all the hard copy files and the electronic files all sorted out and in order. Hopefully, once we get over in the new building, the computer guy is supposed to get us a system that keeps it from having more than the same name filed at 4 or 5 different places. Anyway, somehow, something to do with it's all stored in one place and these are all the same. And that's it.
Correspondence, we had a letter from Marilyn. Did you want to say something on that letter?
Yeah, the letter that I wrote. Oh, the thank you letter. Oh, yes, I was really impressed. My husband fell off the ladder and broke his ankle really bad. The guys that responded were very professional, very kind. I was really impressed. The people down at the hospital were very impressed at the way the work had been done when he got there. So, thank you.
Thank you very much. That's the end of the correspondence.
Yeah, just as we have to have a motion to accept what I just read, I didn't know we were going to do that. Okay. So one of you will make a motion.
I'll make a motion to accept the chief's report.
I'll second the motion.
I didn't realize we had to do
I
that.
didn't either, I don't know if I was put that. I think that's a typographical error, that should be CPR. I just said that, but Monty, you are here. You want to make a further report on that class for the 30th?
It's at 6 o'clock, for all fire department personnel. It is a refresher course. And I'll sit with him to schedule another class for later this year for a cleaning course.
That's here, Monty?
That's here. On the 30th at 6 o'clock.
Who's teaching that? Who's teaching that? Who's teaching that?
Monty? Is that Guardian Air?
It is guardian area.
Okay, old business, changing the meeting times. I have not got around to doing that yet, so pass on that. In new business, there's a financial statement. I'll get your feet wet and read that, Steve.
What's up, the financial?
Yeah.
That's the short, that one.
Oh, it says motion to accept financial statement as read.
Yeah. Gotta read
Yeah,
it.
we got to read it first.
Where's the,
It's the short one that looks like this.
Should be the third page. There you go.
revenues for April 2012, $35,605.93. Expenditures for May 2012, $166,580.99. Beginning balance 5/1 of 2012, $265,710.91. Ending balance 5/15/2012, $99,129.92. Savings account revenue for April $170.60. Expenditures for March none. Beginning balance $1,343,274.73. Ending balance $1,342,445.33. Total book accounts on 5/15/2012, $1,441,575.25.
I make a motion to accept the financial statement as read.
I second the motion.
Okay, next thing we have is adjournment, but speakers. Start at the top of the list. Jack Rogerson.
Yeah, this last week or so, we had a real bad fire out there by my house. They were burning tires, plastic. I don't know what all they were burning. I want to know, what am I supposed to do the next time it happens? Am I supposed to call here? I understood people did call here and they said it was okay. I don't know whether that happened or not because I didn't call. But do I call Desert Hills? Who do I call? Because they were burning stuff they should not have been burning. I talked to TJ this morning. He said he went over and looked at it. I said, well, did you put it out? He said, well, no, they was burning junk. But they were burning illegal stuff, plastics and insulation and tires and black smoke going everywhere. What am I supposed to do?
I wasn't there, but I would say call 911, call the fire department, and then call the police department.
Well, I heard 911 was called.
911 was called several times.
Well, I know that our fire department sent 2 vehicles out there.
Did they put it out?
I don't know.
No, he has a burning permit, and
Has a burning permit to burn plastics and
no,
tires?
you don't have a permit to burn trash. And unfortunately, nobody understands that anything that's plastic is trash. And that includes tires and tar paper and hazardous materials. He was going to continue that the following day, but it was windy and we told him that we didn't think it was a good idea. So either he got done with it Saturday or he got so many complaints he decided not to continue.
So am I hearing he did have a burn permit?
He does have a burn permit, and it says right on there you're not supposed to burn that stuff, but he's disassembling junk, and you put it all in there, it's got plastics and
So
rubber.
But for burning stuff that the EPA says you cannot burn, why are we not putting out the fire? That's my question.
That's a law enforcement problem. He has a burn permit. Call the sheriff, call somebody.
Well, I think they
Fire
did,
department's
but,
not law enforcement.
Do you think they called the sheriff's department?
Oh, I'm sure they did, because the sheriff's office called it. But,
Well,
yes, we do not have a badge and a gun, we can't enforce them.
well, we can put the fire out, can't we?
Yeah,
I mean, if it's an illegal fire, can't we put the fire out?
we have to address it. If that's what they're going to do, then we'll have to put the fire out. We have done that in the past, because people lit off things that had propane cylinders and tires and everything else in there. And the neighbors thought they were getting shot at, but it was just
So if
aerosols.
this had been done in the past, why wasn't it done this time? I mean, I live over there by this, and I mean, this black smoke was just everywhere. And it was, I mean,
Black.
I had to stand.
it was so illegal I couldn't, you know, and I asked TJ said, well, I went over and looked at it, but it was just trash. Well, yeah, but he had plastics and insulation.
Well,
That's
most
the only
cases,
reason I know
plastic and
insulation.
insulation. I didn't see any tires. There may have been carpet in there, but I didn't see any tires or roof.
Carpet's worse than tires.
Yeah,
All right,
carpets.
So why didn't we put it out? I just don't
All right,
understand why we didn't put it out.
This
That's
is not
all.
a debate.
No, I'm not debating. I want to know why we didn't put it out. That's all. Why did the fire department go over and look at it and say, "Oh, you're burning bad stuff, but we're not going to put it out"? I don't understand that.
I wasn't there, but I would say if there's flames and smoke, how can you tell it's bad stuff?
Well,
right,
it's
the
pure
color of
black
the
smoke. I know it's bad
and the
stuff.
smell, the color and the smell.
Plastic's pretty stinky.
And TJ just told me it was insulation, plastic, and all kinds of bad stuff. So I can tell you.
All he told me was there was some insulation in that and some plastic he got in there. That was all.
black.
So
He
that
wasn't
answers your
burning any
question.
tires.
So like I say, that's 3 minutes, but I would suggest you call the sheriff's department and
Well-
tell them, hey, go down and talk to my neighbors.
I'll call the EPA too.
Yeah, well, they
Well, they're
already
your
did.
neighbors, you deal with them.
Okay, thank you.
The
That's
problem
not a
is-
problem. I have no problem with that.
No, they already have called them. What you guys should do is, I don't know how you're going to do that, but I'm sure he's not zoned for whatever he's doing down there. You need to work at it from that direction too, because he had at least 20 or 30 cars down there, and pieces and parts everywhere. And I'm sure that's not all within the.
He's got a regular junkyard down there.
Yeah, well, I don't know what he's doing to it. He's repairing them, disassembling them, or what he's doing.
He's salvaging.
But
There is a number of cars you can have on your property.
No, this is like campers. These are like motorhomes and campers
that's
that he's
what he
bringing in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call the sheriff, call the
You know.
county.
So I guess my question is if it happens again, are you guys going to put it out or not? That would be my question.
Well,
Did you
I
see
told
his
him
burn
not to burn
permit?
it.
Did you see his permit?
I gave him the burn permit on Monday or whenever it was, Monday or Tuesday.
No, I
And
still
he
have,
was-
I still give, are
Well,
you
he
going to put it
says
out?
that he wasn't burning
That's not
any
the
of that bad
question.
stuff, but you're right, it was smoky, because I did go out there.
It was black
All
smoke.
day and big
And it
puffs,
was,
yeah.
and like you said, it was probably carpet, I know there's got to be plastics and rubber or
Well, you can
whatever
smell
in
the
there because
plastic real strong.
that smoke was black for hours. I really thought a house was on fire. When I came home from town, I really believed that there was a house on fire, and I couldn't figure out
Okay,
whose
we've
house it
gone,
was.
we've gone past the time.
Yeah.
Okay,
Is there an
thank
answer?
you, thank you.
Is there an answer?
If, the whole problem is if people continue to do that, it will be just like this other pile. We had to discontinue the use of it because they put all this stuff in there that they're not supposed to. Now, you guys out there, I think on the other side of you, not necessarily where you live, you got one who persists in burning oleanders and can't understand that they're poisonous. We got several of them around here that burn their trash, including all their plastic bottles and papers and wrappers. You can clean your brush piles up, but you're not supposed to burn any rubbish or trash. If it becomes where everybody's abusing it and it gets bad, we just won't issue permits anymore.
The
And then
permit?
you'll have to get a trash can and pay for it like everybody else. Have it hauled.
So how important is that burning permit if they can get away with illegal stuff and the fire department didn't do anything about it?
Okay, wait a minute. We're going around in a circle here. And did you get your answer satisfactorily?
I got my answer. I just hope it is satisfactory when it all happens. If it happens again, we'll see. Okay, I guess that's what I'm gonna have to see.
So, okay. Next one on the list, I think this is Deborah. Step right up.
I still haven't gotten any response from the things that I sent in on April 2nd. I still haven't got any response to any of those. You know, the copies of all the agendas, the meeting minutes, February, March, April. Haven't got any of that. The expenditures, haven't got any copies of that. Chuck did answer the question on the EMT, so that doesn't need to be answered. Also, I did get in touch with the EPA. Well, actually, several of us did. With the EPA, and Yucca is not even on the list of the fire department that can issue a burn permit with the Attorney's General Office or the EPA. There's certain steps that would need to be followed in order for you to legally be able to issue the burn permits.
Well, are you done? I'll start answering your
Well,
question.
am I going to get the stuff that I requested earlier?
I have not seen a letter from you. I did see a letter from Mr. Guthrie. The letter from Mr. Guthrie is either in the mail or it'll be in the mail today or tomorrow
Okay.
probably.
I usually give them to him to fax over.
I
'cause I can't
refuse to
fax.
send anything to anybody who I don't see a signature on.
Okay.
Mr. Guthrie's signature was on it. He will
That's fine.
receive it and he's responsible for it.
Yeah, and that's fine, because I don't have fax capabilities out there with my phone line. So, is there any response to the, answer to as far as the burn permits? How we go about being able to issue those legally?
Chief?
Well, I'm not sure who she talked to, but by state regulations, it says it's up to the local fire district, so. In all of our dealings with ADEQ in the past, those people live in a little cubicle and they don't know anything about what happens outside. And unfortunately, they're bureaucrats and they don't want to hear anything else. But if that's their opinion, like I said, we could simply quit issuing them and everybody will just have to dispose of their trash by burning it, or not burning it, but getting a dumpster and having it hauled off.
Yeah, both the EPA and the ADEQ said according to the Arizona statutes, R18602, you guys aren't allowed to be issuing the permits. You have to actually apply for that right.
All right, thank you for your input.
I will check into it, but like I said, it's just another thing if they want to cut their own noses off. Just have to haul trash.
Mr. Guthrie, you're up.
Okay. Well, I was like 2 minutes late getting here, and my watch is the same time as that one back there. So apparently we went through an awful lot of business between the time you called the order and that 2 minutes. Steve read off that you paid $160,000 worth of bills for the month of May, and we're just signing blank checks. We don't discuss nothing. We're not issuing, where I say, well, you know, we're paying this and over here this much money. Why are we paying this and over this much money? Jimmy and Ricky are just bringing us checks in here, putting them on the table. You guys are signing them. We have no discussion over why we're paying any of these bills. You know, and us taxpayers would kind of like to know what we're paying and why we're paying this bill. I think that's only fair. It's our money. We ought to be on the loop to know why we're paying $160,000 worth of money last month.
That's it?
Well, I was waiting to see if you was going to give me an answer.
No, I'm not. Do you have
Steve,
anything to
No.
say, Steve?
we're just signing blank checks.
No, we're
Anybody
not.
brings a check in, puts it on the table, you sign it.
No, you know there's a fire station right over there being built?
Well, it doesn't matter. If there is or isn't, whatever. The
Do you
checks
think
need to
we're
be
writing a
wrote.
$160,000
The
check?
check needs to be read as
I
to why
say, you
we're paying
think we're
this.
writing a $160,000 check out?
We don't have
and
any
giving it
discussion.
to somebody just for nothing?
We don't have any discussion as to why we're writing this person this check and what
What I
this
think,
covers.
Don, is
Or
what
what
you're
this doesn't
doing.
cover.
What you're doing is you gotta call the law and bring them in here because a woman from Phoenix come in, went through all the books and everything, gave them 100% okay. Now, why do we
Well,
have
she
to
did.
answer to you?
She did not get them on. Well, first thing off, we're the taxpayers, so that's why you have to answer to us. Number one.
Okay,
Okay.
so you're.
I'm not
Do
over
you
my
have-
2 minutes.
Do you have a excuse me?
I'm probably not over my 2 minutes.
You're over your 3 minutes. Do you have a question to ask?
I did ask the question. Are we just signing blank checks?
No,
No
we're signing
discussion.
checks that
No
go to
discussion
people.
and no answers to the public.
We're doing things lawfully and above board.
Well, how do you even know what you're signing? You guys are not discussing nothing. You just come in and you say, hey, let's pay the bills. We're paying the bills. You don't even know what you're paying.
Thank you, Mr. Guthrie.
You have no idea what you're paying because you're not discussing nothing unless it's being done prior to the meeting.
Once again, thank you, Mr. Guthrie. Just as a courtesy, I have the 3 speakers have spoken. Anybody else want to stand up? Let me get back to the.
I know.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I second that motion.
Thank you, people, for all showing up.
For what? Here, I'll put out
Oh,
your
it's,
fire for you guys. I got water in my bottle.
It's 16:20, excuse me, it's 18:23. Well,
Did you guys have any copies of the agendas or the minutes to hand out?
request them,
Can I just go ahead and scan them now?
request them, thank you. You,
You're not going to make those available to the public for a public meeting? Okay.